Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I guess I'm setting this for another premiere or whatever for this video. And this is for Imagine Dragons' new album that I just got done listening to for Mercury Act 1 that I'm going to be reviewing in this premiere video. And I think I'm going to premiere at like 2:30 or 3, somewhere around there. Or maybe like 2:30 at least, or something like that. I don't know. I'll decide what to premiere it at or when to premiere it at. But I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this Imagine Dragons Mercury Act 1 album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, what did I think of this album overall? Well, the beginning was fine until they fucked up towards closer to the end of the album and in the middle of the album. I think there was only one song I really hated from this album, and yeah, it was Cutthroat. It was the worst song on this album. It is, and the second worst has got to be Dull Knives. That one was really bad. My Life starts the album out pretty well, and then you get into Lonely, which Dan Reynolds' vocal range in that song, or his kind of falsetto sings, just the way he's singing in falsetto, it didn't do well over me, to be honest. I kind of cringed at the verses of Lonely. Wrecked was a very good song. I now will give it a 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed that song. It was a pretty sad song about his sister who died of cancer, that was battling cancer, and she passed away from it, which my thoughts and prayers go out to you, Dan Reynolds, and your family members and any of your loved ones that are going through a rough time during that process. So grief is a hard thing to get through. But Monday, after that, the song Monday was okay. I didn't like some of the electronic work and towards the end of the song. It kind of messed up the song a bit, in my personal opinion. Number 1 was okay. Easy Come, Easy Go was fine. Nothing special. I gave the tracks 4 to 6, 3 out of 5s. They were fine tracks. They were just meh and okay. It just depends on the replay value for this album and the songs as well. Giants would have done very good, but there's a bridge part at this song that you're gonna really hate. And the way Dan Reynolds is screaming and just with his screaming yells or whatever he's doing, it just doesn't sound very good, to be honest. And keep in mind, it's just my personal opinion on what I think of this album overall. You don't have to agree with me on it. It's just, I'm not really liking this album. This is another weaker album from them. It's okay was it was okay. It didn't sound so bad with the beat and pretty much just Dan Reynolds singing in it. It didn't sound so bad. It's just some of the beat kind of just could have been a little better. And Dull Knives was so annoying, to be honest, with how Dan Reynolds is screaming and singing at the very end of the song, or at the chorus of the song, I meant to say. It just doesn't sound very good, and it could have been a lot better. Follow You, which you know I don't really like that song. If you saw my track reviews a few months ago, like back in March of this year, you know that I really don't like that song. But Cutthroat was the worst one of them all. No Time for Toxic People was okay. I thought it was gonna suck, But then when he mentions a lyric called "Every Day Is My Birthday," I'm like cringing at the fact, like, maybe you could have not said that in that song or whatever, or not saying that or whatever I'm trying to say. One Day ends the album okay, but yeah, replay value. This doesn't have very good replay value, to be honest. This is a very disappointing album, and that's just my opinion and my take on what I'm listening to with this Mercury Act 1. So overall, I think Imagine Dragons' Mercury Act 1 was disappointing. It it did good for the first 6 songs, and then track number 8 did good, and so did 12 and 13, but I think 7, uh, 9, 10, and 11 were the weakest songs on this album, in my personal opinion. So they could have done better. It really brought the rating down for what I was going to give this album. Sorry if I was looking away. I was just looking at my notebook to see what I rated the tracks, and then now I'm going to start rating it right now. So for a score, I'm going to give Imagine Dragons' Mercury Act 1 a 5.5 out of 10. This album didn't do so well. It's a shame. I was really hoping they would step their game up this time around, but I was let down again. I know the last 3 albums. If you did see my Marathon Studio album reviews I did for Imagine Dragons back in July, definitely go check those out for the re-reviews. I did not like Evolve, and I did not like Origins, and this one is pretty disappointing. It's gonna be on my worst albums, unfortunately, and it's a shame, because Giants could have been so much better. I thought I was gonna give it a 3, but apparently it did not do so well with the bridge part of the song. If the bridge part wasn't in that part of the song, it would have been a okay track. But no, you had to scream, and it really sucked. But that's just my opinion at the end of the day. You don't have to agree with me on it. It's just how I felt when I was listening to this Imagine Dragons Mercury Act 1 album. So comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Imagine Dragons Mercury Act 1 album if you've heard it. And if you like this album review that I made for you guys, hopefully you did. I know some Imagine Dragon fans are going to get on my case saying, oh, this is their best album. I'm like, not in my opinion. In my opinion, I was really let down because I was hoping this would have been better, but I was really let down. And it's just the same cringy stuff that they're doing with their albums. They made it a little bit better than Origins, but not enough to give it a good rating. It went up by 0.5. So, yeah, 5.5 out of 10 I'm going to settle with. But if you did like this album review for Imagine Dragons Mercury Act 1, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I will be returning to you for another review. It's going to be for Drake's Certified Lover Boy, if hopefully it doesn't get delayed. I don't know for sure. I'm not writing anything down yet until I know that it is officially coming out at midnight. So you'll probably see a review for that at midnight or tomorrow morning or whatever. I'll see what I can do for that. But I hope you did enjoy this album review for Imagine Dragons Mercury Act 1. I did the best I could to make the review as good as possible. Definitely stay safe, take care. Sorry I gave it a disappointing rating. It's just not a very good album. Couple tracks I liked from it. I was gonna give it a 6, but I was like, you know what? Cutthroat really ruined the album for me. and it really brought the rating down so much for what I was really gonna give it. I was gonna give it like a 4.5 or something like that, but I was being nice enough due to the fact that they had a tragedy happen uh, to them. So it's really sad. But I did enjoy the first 6 songs. They were tolerable and alright enough to be listenable. And track number 8 as well. So stay safe, take care. Sorry I dragged this review out pretty long, and I'll see you in my next review.